I am going to take a minute or so and talk to you guys about adding media to Bulb, and we're actually going to look at it through the lens of adding social media to your portfolios. I am going to share my screen. So I think one of the big powers about Bulb is being able to bring in all of these edTech apps, and not just edTech apps, really technology applications in general, and be able to create your ideas in a very multimedia and interesting way. And so you'll see, especially over the next 3 days, as Patricia had showed us with Padlet, you can bring all these different applications in by simply using a share URL. With that simple yet URL, you can embed so many different kinds of applications. And so I wanted to talk to a little bit about a lot of us are on social media and we're using that as a platform to communicate ideas and resources as well. And so how does social media interact with Bulb and what are the use cases for that? So to get started, if you don't follow us on any of our social media channels, I encourage you, you probably have your phone sitting next to you right now, get out your phone and follow us, whether it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Follow us at Bulb App. And then you can also, if you've had some learns from this session or some things that you thought were really cool, will you just send us a tweet or a shout out, hashtag Bulb App Chat, and let us know what you've been loving about our day one of LearnFest and what were some of your key takeaways. We'd love for you to be able to share that with us. And so when I think about a portfolio, one of the things that I think about it is from like a professional perspective. I have a professional portfolio that I keep and I document my goal setting and projects and things that I'm doing. Well, social media is a part of my professional world. I share information out to students and teachers, things that I've read in the education industry or things that I've learned, a lot having to do with portfolios. And I have a social media channel. And a lot of you guys as teachers and educators use social media as that place for that rich educational practice. And so when you think about your professional portfolio, you might want to bring in a tweet or a post or something that either you did and it's evidence of things that you've been doing for working on your goals or things that you just want to keep and you go, hey, this is a really great article or post or thought, or this is kind of where I am in my educational practice. If any of you guys follow George Couros, he talks a lot about portfolios and really that learning journey over time and how his thought process has changed as an educator. And I bet a lot of us, especially during COVID, have experienced new things and learned a lot and been able to see how our educational practice has changed. And so social media embedded into your own portfolio can be incredibly powerful. It can be evidence of the story that you want to tell in your portfolio. And it's really simple to be able to do. So I actually created a page similar to what Patricia had done when she was showing Padlet, but I created a social media page. This is my portfolio here. And so I'm in edit mode and I can just click anywhere on my page. And when I hit return or enter, that pulls up that media toolbar. Both Chris and Patricia showed you guys some different ways to be able to embed media, but I'm really focusing on this URL button right here, because when you click that URL button, it says, hey, what content do you want to embed? And simply put your URL in here. And so I'm going to focus on social media, but this is something that can work for all different kinds of media. We support thousands of different embedded applications. And so I know I had a question from Rita about an application, a math application called Equation Writer. And though I'm not familiar with that application, I would say give it a try if your application has a share URL, and you can share it with the option of like anyone with this link could view, or you could share it to the public and it has that share URL. If you copy that URL and put it in this little space right here from that media URL button, you'll be able to tell if it will embed directly into Bulb. So because we support thousands of different applications, a lot of times I just say, just give it a try and see if that works. So I'm actually gonna pop over to Instagram, our Bulb Instagram account. I love the graphics that our team puts out. They put out some really, really great stuff, a lot of great ideas. But if I just wanted to simply put one particular post into Bulb, this is something that I love. I love this quote. Again, we're talking about that share URL. So I'm just gonna click here, copy that link, pop back over to Bulb, post that link right in here. And there is my Instagram post. And so I'm able to have that single post, and maybe I'm putting this on an About Me page and say, this is my favorite quote, or a resource page of different things that I have, and I want to be able to share that Instagram. I can put that simply into Bulb right here. So let's take a look at it. Let's actually take a look at it from Twitter, right? If you don't follow us on Twitter, you'll see our schedules for the next couple days, lots of great ideas. They share templates on Twitter all the time. But I can simply go to Twitter and take the URL for a post. Again, it's not a complicated embed code. A lot of sites have like, here's my embed code to embed into a website. You don't need that long HTML code. You just need that share URL. And all of a sudden, here's a single Twitter post that you can embed in Bulb. You can also embed your entire Twitter feed into Bulb using the share URL. So here's an example of that. You can see this is the Bulb app Twitter feed. So if you have a professional Twitter and that's kind of showing your engagement and your regular communication on social media, that might be a great thing to add to your professional portfolio, is to just embed that profile feed so that it has there and it's updating as new tweets come out. And again, it's just with that URL. You come up here and you copy that twitter.com at Bulb app, whatever your URL is, and you find the media button, click URL, and paste that into there. And so now I have that media feed again. So I'm going to delete that. So there's lots of different ways for you to be able to post individual posts from Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or also your feed. I'll admit, I've been seeing a lot of stuff with teachers going on with TikTok. I just created a TikTok account yesterday. I was cracking up because this is the very first video that came up on my feed. But it's similar to everything else where you just copy that link right here and you can embed TikTok videos into Bulb as well. So these are great things for your students too. Your students might have created something about a hobby or things that they're really passionate or interested at. They learn something new and they're sharing that video on TikTok or an opinion about something. And they can then bring that and embed those items into their portfolio so that they can keep those over time and build and share ideas within their portfolio. I am going to see if I can bring up my chat. Does anybody have any questions so far? Someone had asked about LinkedIn. So yes, you can take your LinkedIn posts, I believe, and put them into Bulb. The other thing that is kind of a great transition to that is I just showed you how you can embed all that social media into your portfolio. So collect it from your social media sites and bring it into Bulb. But you can also go the other way as well. And this is how I do it in LinkedIn. Where I create a page. So maybe it's a resource page or it's ideas or a research project or something that I want to share out. Like, we need to be encouraging students to have a greater audience. They have a lot of ideas and they have the ability within Bulb to be able to share their work and get noticed. And when we talk about digital citizenship and we're talking about helping create a really great digital presence, not just their personal stuff that they're doing on social media, but the work that they're doing and kind of who they are and developing in their Bulb portfolio, well, then having that ability to be able to show that on their social media channels. And so you can simply take a page, and if your students have the ability to publish to the public, now I know that that's an option that are turned off for some of our schools. Most teachers always have the option to publish to the public. You can publish your page. So I'm going to publish this embedding social media page. And just like Chris went to that share button and he went to Google Classroom, well, all of these other buttons allow you to be able to share on other social media platforms. So I can come over here to Twitter, or I could do it to LinkedIn or whatnot, and I can have the post. And I can then immediately tweet that out. It's very, very easy to do. The other option is to just copy this link right here. And then you can open up, say, Twitter and create a tweet and just post the link in there as well. So copy and paste, and then you have that embedded into your social media. And that's true for Facebook. That's what I use a lot for LinkedIn. You can post Bulb pages on your LinkedIn just using that copy link as well. So that was a great question. So there's two ways that you can go about it: embedding the social media into Bulb, and then getting your Bulb pages out to the public and sharing it through your social media channels. Let me check our chat and see what other questions we have. Adriana, you're so funny. Is there anything Bulb app can't do? There may be some things out there, but man, the amount of opportunities of things that you can do are pretty cool. So we are at kind of the end, wrapping up our session. There are just some things that I want to share with you. One is, oh, let me share my screen again. So sorry. So one of the things that we talked about is the templates that you can use. So I'm actually going to pop over to my Bulb portfolio and show you within Bulb. So this is my profile page. And if I come over to these three lines, I call it the hamburger menu. I have a lot of food references for icons, but if you go to that hamburger menu and then you go to more, right here is a link to our resource center. So no matter what, when you're in Bulb, you can go to the hamburger menu, more, and you can go to our resource center. And this is where you can find hundreds of different templates that have been submitted by teachers all around the world. And if you have great assignments and templates that you've created, I encourage you to email help@bulbapp.com and send us those so we can get those into our library to help other teachers as well. There's case studies and videos and tutorials and tons of user examples. What does Bulb look like for a 4th grade student? Or what does it look like at high school for college and career readiness? all of those resources are in our resource center. You can also get to our resource center from our Bulb website, so bulbapp.com. And if you go to resources, very nicely labeled, and go to our resource center here, you can access that resource center as well. The other thing that I really want to promote with you guys is a program that we have called Bulb Heads. So Bulb Heads is our community of power users, people who are passionate about Bulb and want to learn more about digital portfolios and how teachers around the world are using it. And so I encourage you, if you're not already a Bulb Head, so Chris and Patricia are Bulb Heads, our presenters tomorrow and our third day are all Bulb Heads. There's lots of opportunities for you guys to connect and connect with other teachers. I encourage you to apply, and we'll send the link out. The application is very simple. And actually, we're showing one of the things that Chris showed earlier. It's actually an embedded Google Doc in a Bulb page. And you can just simply come in here and interact and submit through this form. There's just some basic information to apply to the program. And so I encourage you, get connected with us, get connected with your peers and learning about how everyone is using digital portfolios, and participate in our Bulb Head program. And then, like I said, please follow us on social media at Bulb App or Bulb Digital Portfolios, and then give us a shout out on Bulb App Chat, hashtag Bulb App Chat. Let us know, what have you loved? What things did you learn? What are you wanting to try this year? What are you most excited about? And keep the conversation going with us. The last thing, let me just check our chat as we wrap up. Let me show you again what day 2 is. So if you already registered and you joined us for day 1, it's the same link for tomorrow, same time, same place. We're doing Microsoft Teams, Microsoft OneDrive, Slack, and Flipgrid. It's going to be another really, really great day. So I hope that you join us, same time, same place tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes in case anybody has any questions. But have a fabulous summer, a fantastic new school year as we come up with that. For a lot of us, I know some of our other people are in the middle of their school year, so we hope that things are going well for you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And like I said, I'll hang out here if anybody has any questions, and we hope to see you guys back tomorrow.